3 things we've learned from crossing the border into Mexico.
What is it like to cross the border from southern Arizona into Mexico? I know I had this vision of chaos and craziness and how dangerous it was going to be and how scary it was going to feel. And I was actually really nervous about it, which I told you a lot.
Yeah, and your fears were totally calmed once we got there. So basically we had both had dental appointments, and then I also had an eye appointment, and we just wanted to share what our experience was like and the 3 tips that we learned crossing the border. So as we said, we were staying in southern Arizona, so we crossed the border in Los Algodones.
We parked in the only parking lot there is there. It's an Indian tribe. It was $6, and crossing was very quick. We actually saw signs that said no videos or pictures, and so that's why we don't have any footage of it, because I'm a rule follower, and that scared me.
Yeah, and it really was easy. I don't really think there was even much of a checkpoint. It was almost like walking straight in. So once we got through the border, we were greeted by a lot of locals, and actually our entire time there, we were constantly greeted by a lot of locals. They're very friendly and very nice, but they do want you to go to their clinics.
So at this point, I'm looking down at my phone and trying to navigate us to his eye appointment. And I realize we don't have service, and we totally thought we were going to have service. So that is number 1. What we learned is you need to verify that you're going to have service. I mean, I was 99% sure we were going to have service there. So tip number 2 is now we had to ask for directions. So the second thing we learned was you need to have ones with you, because we only had 5s and 20s, and we needed to tip the people who were giving us directions. Tipping is expected if they are helping you with directions.
Yeah, and it's just common courtesy. They're helping you, so giving them a few bucks is a common courtesy. Well, I needed an updated prescription for my eyeglasses, but luckily there everything is same day. So they were able to take the prescription, get the glasses, and we were able to do other things and go to our dental appointments while they were working on those.
Yeah, that worked out really well, and thankfully the optometrist knew where we needed to go for our dental appointments, so we didn't have to pay for a second set of directions, because at this point directions were expensive because of us not having ones. So I did a lot of research before we chose our dentist in Mexico, and I read a lot of reviews, and we found one that we were really comfortable with, and the reviews all ended up being true. We chose Simply Dental, and they have free consultations, so that was really good. I need a lot of cosmetic work, and he needs other work done, and we were shocked at how you always hear about how much cheaper it is to have it done there, but we were shocked because the work I need done is thousands cheaper there, and the work he needs done is the same. So millions of people cross the border for medical and dental tourism to Mexico. So this is not something to be afraid of. It's very safe, and it's totally normal. The offices that we saw were packed with Americans, packed.
Well, the streets were packed with Americans. So it's very safe.
Very safe and very common to have work done there.
Yep. So we were hungry. We had to wait for my glasses anyway. And I mean, you got to eat when you're in Mexico. So we found a little food court. It was really cool. It was all outdoor seating. There were multiple restaurants in that little area, and everybody was just all sitting together wherever they wanted. So
live music. Yep. It was just so festive and fun. And the food, I'm going to rate it not the greatest, and no offense at all to authentic Mexican, but it just wasn't flavorful.
Well, it's not the American Mexican food.
That's true.
We always boost ours up in flavor. So, but it was very good. Well, we needed to make one more stop before we left. We had to stop and get a friend a bottle of authentic vanilla. And while we were there, we got ourselves one as well.
If you have never had vanilla from Mexico, that is a must. So good. But the other stop that I wanted to make while we were there was the Mine Jewelry Shop. And I didn't know what to expect as far as prices. It ended up being a little over our budget, but beautiful, beautiful pieces at the Mine, and it was so fun to just wander in there. There's a lot of history in that store, and that's definitely a place we would recommend at least stopping by, because it was neat to go there.
Oh, it was really cool. It's down a little alleyway, and inside the shop was just cool. There are tons of pictures and people. They were so friendly. It was really cool. The third thing that we learned was that you need to get in line to leave early. We thought we were early at 2 o'clock, but we still had an hour and a half wait. What we decided to do was get in line even though my glasses still weren't done, and then I could leave the line and go pick up the glasses, and that's what we did, and it worked out perfect.
And while you were doing that, I saw the cutest little street vendor. Oh my word, I wanted to take him home. He was so cute. He was so cute. While he went to get his glasses and I was waiting in line, there were a lot of regulars talking about how this wasn't actually bad at all. So the hour and a half was, in their eyes, not bad.
Overall, our first impressions of Mexico crossing in Los Algodones, it was cool. It was a neat experience, and it was very beneficial financially. And we got a lot of good information on our dental work needing to be done, as well as getting my glasses. So it was a really neat experience.
Yeah, and it wasn't even close to as scary as I thought it was going to be. So for anybody who's wondering about that, there is nothing to be afraid of. Somebody told us right before we left, when I was kind of talking about how nervous I was, and they said, just remember that the Mexican government is not going to allow anything to happen because millions, if not billions of dollars are coming into their country. And the same thing with the United States. Like, they're not going to ruin the relationship and have something happen. So that helped a little bit. I still was a little bit nervous, but there was not any time that we didn't feel safe. I didn't even think about safety as far as...
Nope.
And it was a good experience.
Yeah, everybody there, as I already said, was super friendly. Even the folks trying to get you to come to their shops, even if you turned them down, we still laughed.
Have a great day.
Yeah, we still laughed and joked with them and had a good time. So they're very welcoming, and they want you there as much as you want to go there.
So overall, will we go back?
To Los Algodones, I would say we would go back for more dental work and more optical work, but I don't know, maybe just to stop back and grab something to eat and just enjoy it just for a short visit. I mean, $6 to park, and it's right there where we were staying. So I would go back just for that, but it's not like going to Cancun or going to some beach where it's a destination resort. But it was fun.
If you're looking for lawn ornaments, household stuff, gifts, blankets, clothing, the pharmacies there, you can walk in and you can get, now don't quote me on this, but I know we walked in and asked about a couple of medications that we would have to get by prescription here, and just asked, and they said, oh no, you can just get them like straight over the counter there. That was crazy to me, but I was just curious about that. So that was interesting information. So would I go back? Yes. I also, the food, our lunch was half the cost of what it was in the United States. So that was awesome. But as far as going back for dental work, yes, would absolutely go back. The cosmetic work that I need done is something I'm super excited to get done. So I think it's a yes. So just to recap the 3 things that we learned. Number 1, confirm with your cell phone provider that you will have coverage when you cross the border. Number 2, definitely take plenty of cash, take lots of ones, and take other cash as well so that you can pay for your food and drinks.
And number 3, make sure you get in line early to leave, even if you have to have someone hold your spot while you go get something. Make sure you're in line early.
Now, get out there and wander.